Before starting this essay, I want to thank all of you for getting me to 400 subs. A lot has come my way amidst school and everything, but I'm really trying to do my best to satisfy you. I honestly don't really care about the subscriber count too much, but I want to do something special for the channel. That way it shows some creativity of mine. I do really enjoy making these video essays, but I really would like some extra feedback so I can make some good improvements and whatnot. Additionally, I really hope to get 500 subscribers soon, because maybe then I could do something extra special. It probably will be something game show related, but I'm just really happy with how far that I've come with all this. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. In 2002, Nickelodeon made a hit CGI cartoon called Jimmy Neutron. The show was massively popular with its audience, and over its 60-episode run, it showed so many running gags and great writing. Created by John A. Davis and Steve Odekirk, the show was made courtesy of DNA Production, and at the end of Jimmy Neutron in 2006, a new show was announced following the demise of DNA. This show was none other than Back at the Barnyard. Like its predecessor, Back at the Barnyard was made as a series following the commercial success of its movie. However, contrary to Jimmy Neutron, people were very hesitant about the show. The Barnyard movie was thought to be crude, cliché, and somewhat scattered. I disagree. I feel like this movie shows a lot of ingenuity. It doesn't really talk down to the children, but it's also really compelling to the adults with the occasional dark scenes. I also love the meme with Otis and the mailman, along with Boy tipping. The animation itself is pretty good too, as it's held up quite nicely. In Back at the Barnyard, the animals have their own lives when the farmer is absent. They party and have many activities like teenagers and young adults would. Their antics are humorous and mischievous, and that's why I find the show so memorable. There are many main characters: Otis, Pip, Pig, Freddy, Peck, Abby, and the farmer. Supporting characters include Duke, Bessie, Norbeedy, Nathan, and Snotty Boy. Most of the male characters are humorously dumb, let alone Otis and Freddy. The female characters, meanwhile, are rather sassy, especially Bessie, although they have so many memorable lines and moments that they capture who they are known as.
Of it is the same person who hypnotized him.
But that's impossible. It was some actor in an old movie.
Maybe he made another movie called Please Don't Destroy the Farmer. Well, I don't hear you guys coming up with anything.
It says if we don't snap him out of it, he'll just keep trying till he succeeds.
Or thinks he succeeded.
Why are we all going,
Not sure. Just play along.
Well, the many characters are around, it's clear that they wanted to capitalize on having a good ensemble cast. And given that they are talking animals, I feel like they want to go into the Looney Tunes direction, which leads me into the next section here. There's a lot of slapstick and witty humor, somewhat similar to that of Looney Tunes, let alone since they are animal characters. One of the best running gags in the show is the cutaways by Pig, i.e. Dr. Pig and viewer mail.
To apologize for the previous scene. Drinking atomic waste will neither give you heat laser vision nor turn you into a hulking pig monster, as I will now demonstrate. Oh no, what's happening? I'm shrinking.
Oh, why did I drink that atomic waste? I never got to see Paris.
Another good running gag is the time cards. These are very similar to that of SpongeBob, except the narrator interacts much more often.
Several hours later still, come on already! Is he serious? The next day, 1 hour later, the next morning written in hieroglyphics, this happened. 32,000 sand grains later, It's like an hour. 45 minutes later, suddenly at the beginning of the episode, this happened.
Good question. Let's hear his answer.
This is a good episode. I have an idea for one where the animals race go-karts. She's being sarcastic. She knows the glue isn't nice. I'm putting her in the go-kart episode. Oh my, they'll have to think fast to get out of this one. You can keep doing that? Oh, excuse me, Mr. On-Camera Talent. Let's see if you make it into my go-kart episode. Don't worry, the farmer recovered and will soon star in my amazing go-kart episode.
I think we need a new announcer.
Too late, the end! Later, when choosing up sides for dodgeball, 3 days later, 113 voices later, 2 hours later, wait for it. The next morning, Mystery was crisp in the air as the animals awoke from their restless... Oh, great, now I'm doing it. The next day...
As for the writing, it's pretty darn clever. Reminder, most of the people on this show were the same people who worked on Jimmy Neutron, so the same style of humor applies here. Often, random phrases are exclaimed, and then there are some really hilarious comebacks from Pip and Bess.
Would you like some red with your jealousy?
No, would you like some up with your shut?
The characters are pretty well written, and these writers probably had a lot of fun creating material for them. One hot take that I have is that perhaps Looney Tunes was an inspiration for Back at the Barnyard, with its style of humor and occasionally formulaic plots. Mrs. Beatty endures to expose the animals for talking, but they often disguise themselves to hinder her in every which way possible. The slapstick was also pretty over the top, but really well timed too. Additionally, the reason for its cancellation has kind of remained ambiguous, but I believe they had reached the standard. 52 episodes, which I had touched upon in my children's TV episodes essay, but never explicitly stated towards Nickelodeon shows. I have been told that CGI animation like this was pretty expensive to make, and the only way that they could continue doing these episodes with such a large budget is if the ratings were sky high. And unfortunately, this was not the case for Back in the Barnyard, as time slots for new episodes became kind of inconsistent. Finally, I believe the show gained a massive cult following because of its meme potential, namely the mailman meme and the "you're gonna find cats outside" meme. I wouldn't necessarily say that it came out at the wrong time, but it's becoming more popular now than it was back then. Back at the Barnyard really was a great cartoon. Having watched all 52 episodes, I think you all will find a lot of material in the show entertaining. You probably remember more about this cartoon than you think you do when you sit down and turn it on. It's not really that crude of a cartoon because a lot of the jokes have good pacing to them, as well as memorable characters who execute them. I recommend that you watch this series now that's on Paramount Plus. It really is funny, more than you think it would be, and hopefully something similar can come about soon. Thank you.